Hello students, in the previous class we studied about the climate and adaptation. So we defined what is adaptation, how different animals are getting adapted to the changes in the surrounding by the theory of natural selection. And the animals which are able to survive, it is because of the evolution. So the animals who were adapted to the surrounding have survived. So what is adaptation? It is an ability of an organism to develop certain features. So how we are developing this adaptation is by developing certain features which can improve our chances for the survival in the environment in which we are living. So, and these special features are useful to protect ourselves from the extreme cold or the heat. And this is because of the theory of evolution. So, according to their habitat, animals adapt themselves. And these animals may be grouped as polar region and tropical rain forest. In today's session, we shall see the animals, how they are adapting themselves to the polar regions. So, what is polar region? The polar region, as the name suggests, are situated near the poles, that is North Pole and the South Pole. And the regions which are near this North Pole will be having this extreme cold climate. Near the South Pole, the region surrounding this South Pole, again the extreme cold climate. As you can see here, here you have Arctic Ocean and here you have Antarctica. Okay, so these are the regions which are said to be the poles, North Pole and the South Pole, Arctic, Antarctic. So the countries that belong to the polar region are Canada, Greenland, Iceland, Norway, Sweden, Finland, Alaska in USA and Siberian region of Russia. So, how is the climate in the polar region? The climate here is extremely cold, which is covered with the snow and remain cold for most part of the year. In this region, the sun does not set for 6 months and even does not rise for another 6 months. So, here the sun does not set for 6 months and does not rise for the 6th month. So, the temperature here goes below minus 37 degree Celsius. So, the temperature goes down below minus 37 degree during winters in polar regions. Now, the ground remains frozen most of the year and water becomes available only during the short summer when the snow melts. So, mosses and the short-lived flowering plants. You can see the green color mosses which is there in after the rainfall you see. So, the mosses, slippery ones. So, the mosses and the short-lived flowering plants grow in this region. So, this is a type of flora and fauna in polar region. So, animals living in the regions are adapted in different ways to cope up with the conditions of temperature, light and moisture, and also according to the availability of the food in that region. So here when we talk about the animals, so how they have adapted themselves according to the conditions here. So the conditions here are temperature, light and moisture, and also according to the availability of the food. So even their body is designed in such a way what is favoring them for survival in the polar region. So what kind of animals we see in the polar region? We have polar bears and penguins. The main animals which we are going to discuss in the chapter is polar bear and penguins are the animals that live in the polar region. Beside these, we have whales, seals also in the polar region. Other animals like fishes, foxes, musk oxen, reindeer and birds also live in polar region. Here you can see the picture of the animals of the polar region. This is polar bear, Canadian lynx. Okay, it does look like a cheetah, but see the body. It will have something different as compared to the normal animal. Then Wolverine, then emperor penguin, beluga whale. See the whale here, it will be different from the other whales. Snowy owl. You can see the color of the owl. All the animals mostly they appear white. Okay, that is their adaptation according to the surrounding. Snowy owl, then caribou, that is your reindeer, then musk ox, this is the very different ox from the other ox, then Arctic wolf. Okay, so most of the animals, as you can see here, they have white colors and different kinds of structures they have as compared to the other animals which are found in the other regions of the world. Let's study about the first animal, that is polar bear, which is living in the polar region. So polar bear is a large and white bear that lives in the north polar region of the earth. The polar bear mainly feeds on, so what polar bear eat? It mainly feeds on fishes and seal and can survive in the extremely cold climate of the polar region due to the following adaptation. So what is polar bear? It is a large white bear that is living in the north polar region of the earth, and it mainly feeds on fishes and seal which can live in the extremely cold climate. So this kind of food is available for them, and that is how they are able to survive in the polar region. Let's see the adaptations of the polar region, of the polar bear. So the first is their body is covered by a thick coat of white fur. As we can see that polar bear has white fur. Fur means like a hairs on the body. So it helps them. Now white will have a white fur and thick coat of white fur. Yes, because of the cold region, it provides them warmth. As we feel cold, what we do? We wear sweaters, right? Now, these animals cannot wear sweaters, so their body is adapted with a white fur, thick coat of white fur, which helps them to blend with their surrounding snow white background. That's why white color. So, and cannot be noticed by their predators. So, predators cannot come and kill them. Predator is the one who hunts them. Okay, so the predators cannot notice them, that is why they have the white color as merging, that is called as camouflage. They do camouflage, blending, mixing according to the environment. Now beneath the fur is a thick coat of fat which insulates the body from cold and keeps the bear warm. Now beneath the fur we have a thick coat of fat which insulate. Insulate means it does not allow the heat to move out. It keeps them warm inside. Like how we wear sweaters, it insulates our body, does not allow the heat to pass from out from the body. So it insulates their body from the cold and keeps the bear warm. Keeps the bear warm. Second point is a polar bear is a good swimmer which has wide and large paws. As you can see, they have large and wide paws that help it to swim. If sometime the snow is melting, so it will become water. So these animals, if it is water, they are also able to survive because of the wide and large paws. These paws also help the bear to walk on the snow easily. They can walk easily on the snow. That's why they have wide paws. They have a strong sense of smell so that they can locate their prey easily. They have very strong sense of smell. They also possess small ears. As you can see the ears, they are very small ears to keep the body surface area to the minimum and reduce the heat loss from the body. As it is opening, so the heat can come out of the body. So to minimize that body surface area, they have small ears. So the thick layer of fat beneath the skin. So they have the thick layer of fat beneath the skin which helps them store the food in winter when food is scarce. Okay, so this thick layer of fat beneath the skin means under the skin. It helps them to store the food in winter when food is scarce, when the food is in the less quantity. So this stored fat also helps the mother polar bear to survive in the winter when they go for hibernation beneath the snow with their newborn cubs. So for the mother polar bear, when they go for hibernation, we have studied in class 5th what is hibernation, the process in which the bears go for the long deep sleep. Now why they go for a long deep sleep is because it is extreme winter, they do not move out. During the summers they eat and then they preserve this store. They store this food in the body in the form of fat which can be utilized for feeding their newborn cubs during the extreme winters. Okay, so their thick layer of fat beneath the skin helps them to survive in the extreme cold climate. So let's see what are the characteristics they have developed. The first one, now the white fur not easily visible in the snowy white background and its predator and prey are unable to see it. It has a very strong sense of smell. It helps the bear to locate and catch its prey. So because of this strong sense of smell, it helps the bear to locate its prey easily. Now it has third one, it has long curved and sharp claws which helps them to walk on the ice. This is the third characteristic. Fourth one, it has a layer of fat under its skin. What is the role of this layer of fat? The fat helps the body, it insulates its body from cold and keep it warm. And the last characteristic, it has two thick layers of fur which again helps it to keep it warm in the cold weather. Okay, so these are the characteristics of the polar bear. Now let's watch a video on the polar bear.
Climate and adaptation. As we know that there are different climates, hence there are different climatical conditions as well. Different animals need to adapt to these climatic conditions. What is adaptation? Let's find the answer. The special features and habits that help an animal survive in its environment are known as adaptations. Adaptation in polar region. Now let us study the polar region. Polar regions are snow-covered regions having an extremely cold climate throughout the year. It is tough task for animals to live there. Let us look at the adaptation in polar bear. Polar bear has white fur which is not easily visible in the snow region. So it protects the predator and helps the prey. It has a layer of fat under its skin which provides insulation to its body from cold and keeps it warm. There is some peculiarity of the polar bear. When they stay underwater, they close the nostrils. This way they stay long time in water. It has a very strong sense of smell. It helps the bear locate and catch its prey. It has long curved and sharp claws and these help it to walk on ice. Adaptations in penguin. Penguins are white in color, which helps them blend.
So we've just watched the video on what are the characteristics of the polar bear. Okay, so here we finish with the polar bear. Now what is the next topic? What we are going to see in the next session is polar region, that is animal in the polar region. The next animal, that is penguin. Then migration, the process of migration and how the migratory birds are following this migration from one place to another, and then the tropical rainforest. Thank you, class.